All right, everyone, we have more news prepared for you. It is now time for Showbiz Theater, and we have our film expert, Jason, in the studio. What's up, Jason?
Hello, Hye-jin. How are you?
Yes, I'm fine. Good to see you again.
Yeah, it's great to be here to give our viewers a bit of an insight into the updates regarding the local film industry.
I know you always bring in some fresh updates, so we'll be talking about a movie today. What's the genre, please?
Today's genre is a melodrama. So what does that mean? You need your tissues and copious amounts of them.
So I guess what, a tearjerker? We're gonna be crying again here today?
Just a little bit.
Okay, so let's jump into it. What is it?
Without further ado, today's movie is called When a Man Loves a Woman, starring Hwang Jung-min and Hye-jin. He's old but still very reckless and lives off his brother. He gets ripped off by his niece but always gets the money which he lent to others. He acts without mercy to everyone, including the pastor. And he's reckless enough to pull his pants down first when he approaches a woman. When a Man Loves a Woman shows the story of a rough guy who's innocent on the inside and thus is not calculative. He doesn't know how to say I love you, and instead of a love letter, he deducts the debt which the love of his life has. It's hard to tell if he's making a confession or threatening someone, but his persistent efforts comfort a woman who doesn't have a shoulder to lean on.
All right, now, Jason, today we'll be talking about the movie When a Man Loves a Woman. So I guess it's about a love story, a guy who is in love.
Yeah, it's a melodrama, so it is a love story. It stars Hwang Jung-min, who's a huge actor in Korea. He's one of my favourite kind of actors because he plays so many different roles.
Tell us about maybe some of his previous movies.
Yeah, he was in New World, or Shinsegae, which is a big kind of gangster or film noir hit last year.
Yeah.
He's also in The Unjust. He's been in other films like You're My Sunshine. The list just goes on and on. He's a phenomenal actor. He often plays his kind of endearing characters, something that really makes you feel a certain amount of affection for him. And again here he plays this kind of gangster, if you like. He works for this loan shark. He goes around collecting money. It's not the most desirable job, and yet he falls in love with this woman. He gets sick, and so you start really feeling for the guy.
Okay.
And Hwang Jung-min is the perfect guy to play it. You know, look at his appearance there. It's so iconic. He's even got that little bit of a haircut that he's had done, you know, that really makes him fit the role.
It's the whole thing, and his facial expressions, I guess his face in general is just very full of expressions, I should say. And he actually had to go under some facial treatments for his skin?
Yeah, so he had to have some treatment for this role in this movie. I think he was really keen to play it, and he's, I think, at a point in his career where he can just pick and choose what he wants because he's such a big actor, he's incredibly talented, and he's demonstrated time and time again that he can attract the crowds.
Okay. All right, Jason, so on one side we have Hwang Jung-min, and on the other side he falls in love with Hye-jin.
Yeah, Hye-jin, who's a beautiful actress, and she's quite a big name here in Korean cinema. She was in that film 26 Years, where she gives a great performance, and she's a very skillful actress. And she's taken part in TV programs. She's married, of course, to the
soccer player.
Yeah, Ki Sung-young, who plays in the English Premier League.
Yeah.
And she demonstrates a wealth of class here in terms of her acting. She gives a rather nuanced performance, and she's always able to deliver the goods.
Yeah. So what kind of character does she play here? What kind of girl is she?
Well, she works during the day, but she's also taking care of her father, who's very, very sick, and he has a lot of debt. So that's where Hwang Jung-min's character comes in, and she even agrees to sell his organs if she's not able to pay his debts. And what Hwang Jung-min's character does, Tae, says, well, if you meet me, every time you meet me, then I'll reduce your debt. So it's a little bit of a cunning plan there.
He's really in love, isn't he?
Yeah, he really is in love, and they do fall in love.
Okay.
But unfortunately for him, he has his own issues that he needs to take care of.
So we'll look forward to the chemistry between those two actors.
Yeah, and they have good chemistry.
Okay. All right, now, Jason, we talked about Hwang Jung-min. We also mentioned Hye-jin. Now, we also have some other actors who starred in this movie as well, right?
Yeah, the man of the moment, Kwak Do-won, who played an absolutely terrific role in the current hit, The Attorney.
The Attorney, Hyun-woo-in.
Hyun-woo-in is the best villain, I reckon, to have graced the screen in 2013. And here he plays a very different character. He plays a loving husband and wife, and he has a daughter, and he runs a hair salon.
Yeah.
And his brother is Tae-il, Hwang Jung-min's character. So
But
that's
plays,
the connection.
the funny thing is that he plays Hwang Jung-min's older brother in the movie, but he's actually younger in real life.
Yeah, this is where it gets a little bit confusing. And so when you say his brother, it's like, hang on a minute. But yeah, he's younger than Hwang Jung-min, 4 years younger, believe it or not. And yes, it's a bizarre kind of chain of events there.
But he's a great actor, that's for sure.
Yeah, he's a terrific actor. He shows here that he can't just be a villain, but he's not necessarily an undesirable character. Here he's a far more appealing character, and you can see he's having a little bit more fun in this movie. I think The Attorney was a great role for him, but quite a demanding one.
Yeah. Now we also have a child actress here, Kang-mina, right?
Yeah, she plays the daughter, or Tae-il, Hwang Jung-min's niece. She's a very delightful child actress, delightful character. There's a few lovely scenes in this movie. She's after a cell phone in particular that Hwang Jung-min, I don't want to give too much away, but he's got his eyes on trying to get that for her. And it's a very touching scene when she receives it.
I see. So we'll also keep an eye out on that child actress. I think child actors are becoming really popular here in Korea, not only in movies, but also dramas, right?
Yeah, there's a huge platform for them, particularly in dramas, but also in movies.
Yeah.
And there's so many dramas, so many films, so it's a great opportunity for them to kind of get out there and become famous.
Now, on top of all the actors we just mentioned, we also have some cameo appearances here in this movie.
Yeah, chief among them, I would say, is Kim Byung-wook, who has been in a whole list of movies. He was in New World. He played a hitman in that, and he often plays his undesirable characters. Here he plays this kind of pastor. And again, he's not the most attractive pastor. He's having to deal with gangsters, and so if that's the case, then he's obviously not the best pastor around.
No, of course not.
내가 4살 어린데도 불구하고 황정민 씨 형 역할을 했어요. 아 짜증나.
그러니까 해보면 우리 진짜 가족 찍는 것 같았어요. 가족들끼리.
우리 얘기는 다음에 합시다. 정, 닭똥집에 3개로 빠져볼까 오늘?
안 돼. 엄마가 삼촌 데리고 바로 쳐오래.
태일이가 집에서의 본연의 모습을 보여줄 수 있는 유일한 어떤 매개체였기 때문에 홍진은 되게 중요한 캐릭터였습니다.
우리 아버지 정말 좋으셨어요.
밥은 먹고 다니는 거야? 집에 좀 일찍 들어와. 왜 웃어?
우리 가족들한테 참 고맙게 다 재밌게 촬영했어요.
위협적이야 보여?
이게 위협적이에요?
이 남자가 사랑할 때가 멜로 영화긴 하지만 사랑은 되게 보편적이잖아요. 가족 간의 사랑도 분명히 있거든요. 그래서 그게 잘 어우러져서 그 전체 남자가 사랑할 때라는 얘기가 나오는데.
All right, now, Jason, it's time for us to say goodbye. We talked about When a Man Loves a Woman, this new movie.
Yeah.
Now, and I had this question at the back of my head the whole time here.
Go on, ask away.
When are you in love?
Well, I have to be careful. My wife is, of course, probably watching. It started 10 years ago when I first met my wife, and I'm still in love with her today. So there's the easy answer to that.
Good, perfect. I guess we'll end on this high note.
Yeah.
Then. Love, love, love.
Love, love, love.
Now, next week we'll be talking about another movie. Which one?
We're going to be talking about Boiling Youth, which is a kind of 80s nostalgia movie. This is a current trend in Korea at the moment. Very excited to talk about it. Starring Park Bo-young and Lee Jung-sok. So it's a really, really nice film.
Sounds good. More details next week.
Yeah, can't wait.
Very good, everyone. If you want to participate, if you have anything you want to comment on, you can join us on Facebook. Make sure you like us, check out Showbiz Theater, and we'll be back very soon again.
See you next week.